Hello, Jason Jackson. Hello, Mighty Sadvik. Hello, Nephi Media. Human. Let's go. I don't think a trillionaire exists yet. I don't think a single person exists yet that controls more than a trillion. But we'll get there. Probably one person from this stream is going to get there ASAP. Pretty sure about that. We have a lot of content to cover. We received a lot of questions, so we'll do a bit of a Q&A now. So drop your questions, boys. Let's hear your questions. What are the topics you want to discuss? Then we have more questions from the Giga University members. We need to cover those. We want to talk about billion-dollar opportunities and industries. I'll give you my thoughts and I hope to hear yours too. Let's have a bit of a discussion in the comments. More Q&A and then another Giga University giveaway. The best way to build a big biceps is by doing lots of Excel, doing lots of PowerPoint, moving the mouse quickly, but not only limiting yourself to mouse movement, you also need to work with the keyboard. That's why it's so essential that if you're doing Excel, you're using lots of shortcuts, pop the top of the Maybach, remove F1, and go wild on the keyboard. And that is exactly how you build absolutely astonishing biceps. But remember, with big biceps also comes big opportunity and big responsibility. So you need to balance both of those in your life. Coolest guy in crypto Germany must be Julian Ulrich. I don't have an opinion on REITs. I think they are a viable option to hold in your portfolio. I would always prefer to build my own real estate portfolio though. That comes with a certain net worth though. I don't think it makes sense to build your own real estate portfolio if you just have 1, 2, 3 millions of net worth. Doesn't appeal to me. I would rather focus on whatever business you have used to get to this net worth, double down on that, get to 10, 20, 30 million, and then try to diversify a little bit more. Thank you for the love, Francisco Igniski. Is it possible to start your own investment bank and use other commercial banks to back the securities, like launching IPOs, FPOs, and debentures? I don't think that's what you want to do. Like that's going to be the most massive uphill battle that I have heard about in terms of starting a business. Launching your own investment bank must be an absolute nightmare. Unless you are coming from the industry, you have worked there for years and years, you can take 50% of the clients you have worked with at your former employer, Goldman Sachs, with you to start this investment bank. I wouldn't do it. Can Europe residents use margin account to trade IS USA stocks? Indian residents can't do it. Would be helpful if somebody confirms. Maybe somebody can confirm. because I have no idea. I don't use margin accounts to trade. In fact, I don't trade at all. I don't see the point in trading, you know. I would rather focus my time and energy on building a business, building equity value. I mean, guys, in the end, there's a lot of great traders out there, okay? And you can, for sure, you can make a lot of money trading. But in my experience, most of the traders don't, okay? So if you ask any trader for his full trading history and a nice overview of what their IRRs was, what their IRR were, what the returns have been over the past years, most of them can't even tell you that. And the few traders I know very well that I've talked to, most of them, not all of them, but most of them say, yeah, probably, you know, I'm making a bit of profit, but it's probably not that much. So what's the point? You know what I mean? What I would rather do is build enterprise value, man. Like, don't focus yourself on something that is going to worth nothing once you stop doing it, right? You stop trading, that's it. Like, you don't earn any money. But you build a company, you build EV, you stop building the company, you still have the freaking company. You can sell it, you can still sell parts of it, you can automate it, get someone else to lead it, you know, take a massive pay cut, whatever. So that's the game that I think makes a lot of sense. Is it possible to buy a business using no money? Listen, what I would do is download Onion, the web browser, go to some darknet page, get some weapons, then search for a very rich person online that has a massive business that you would like to buy without money. Approach that person in person, leveraging your weapons. Convince them friendly to give you the business without any money and you got yourself a business without investing. Other than that, I think it's very difficult. What do you think about working for a family office? I think working for a family office can be a great career opportunity. Working for a family office is, first of all, extremely prestigious. So people, graduates especially, you know, when you tell them I work for a family office, their eyes light up because they think, wow, he must be, you know, working with some extremely rich billionaire family, one of the richest in my country, and he's managing all of that money. And the reality, of course, is that's most of the times not what your job looks like, but it sounds extremely impressive. And in some cases, working at a family office is indeed a great way to get to know influential people. The second thing that I like about working in a family office is that in many cases, you have more flexibility investing than if you work for an institutional fund, whatever. You know, it's less stiff in some of the cases, right? Like family offices are extremely different. But if you pick the right one and you have a good connection with whoever is leading this thing, and you can convince them of your own mission, of your own investment hypotheses, maybe you want to diversify into different asset classes, you have a higher probability, higher chance that this will work than if you work at a big, you know, fund or whatever. So that's something I like a lot about family offices. Biotech is LGBTQ of engineering. Pozdrowienia z Polski. Dzięki bardzo. Biotech indeed. Man, please explain why biotech is the LGBTQ of engineering. I would like to hear the explanation for that. Private credit becoming oversaturated in your opinion? I Don't think so. I don't think we're there yet. And from a career perspective, I think private credit is still extremely interesting. It's definitely something I would look at. I have one friend even who is now building a very viable private credit startup, and he has no problems at all connecting with a lot of influential people within the private credit space in Poland and in Germany. I think this is still an overlooked opportunity. Should I work for a family office or corporate finance advisory? Man, how should I know? I have no idea. I don't know you. The thing that I would think about is, what is your next job? Okay? That's a nice framework that I have been applying for years. And now Andrew Chen, the guy from Andreessen Horowitz, partner, he published an article on this concept a couple of days ago. He called it, what's your next job? And basically the mental framework that you should think about is, what is your next job, right? So when you think about what is your next thing, what are you supposed to go into? Consulting, investment banking? Are you supposed to rob a bank or do something else? And think about, what do you want to do after that, right? So let's suppose you want to go into private equity after that. Now, if you go into management consulting, nice, you learn a lot, you can look into different industries, it's not as quantitatively driven. If you go into an investment bank, you can really crunch the numbers, you can school your quantitative part of the brain. If you rob a bank, there's a chance you might get caught, there's a chance you might make a lot of money, but it's nothing that boosts your CV. So I would go for investment banking, right? So it always depends, what is the next thing you want to do. Do you believe in God? I do. Not in some guy sitting there with a massive beard, or whatever. But I do think there's something higher that is guiding us. And listen, there's no right or wrong. That's like the nice thing about it, right? If it helps you to believe that there's some freaking thing in the universe that guides you, that protects you, that has a freaking plan for where you should go, believe in it. If it doesn't help you, don't. For me, it helps me a lot, man. Whenever something happens, I know this happens for a reason. Whenever I'm afraid, I know I shouldn't be. I'm protected. Whenever I do something haram, I say it was supposed to be like that. What about making trading algorithms to make passive income? If you can pull that off, congrats. I think that's extremely hard to do. Also here, I have a friend who's tried to do that. Didn't really work. VC versus PE. Where do you want to go? Maybe text me first. What do you want to do? What is your goal in life? Do you just want to have billions? Do you want to have power? What are you doing right now? All of that is quite important when deciding. Alaikum salam, my friend. Mashallah, so many nice people on the stream. The question is, what do you want to do? Private equity versus venture capital, those are two very different fields. You want billions and power, huh? Billions and power. Listen, in terms of joining, in terms of career opportunities joining, I would go for PE, because I think the career steps are easier to climb from the bottom to partner, managing director in a PE fund. I think this is very hard to do in a venture capital fund, especially if you start as an analyst. Forget it, you will never become partner. At some point, usually at investment manager level, they want you to step out and actually get some experience, right? Work with some startups, start a startup, get some funding, get to know the other side of the equation, which is the one person that is getting the funding, and then jump onto the other side of the table, become someone who is giving the funding. So it's very difficult to climb this VC ladder. And I would, from a career strategy perspective, if you're thinking about how to iteratively build your career, I would go for private equity. Now, if you ask me what is the thing that I would do if you have a couple of millions already, if you want to start some, raise your own fund, should it be a VC or should it be a PE fund? I would tend towards the VC fund for personal reasons. I have others. I have one friend in my network, started his career at McKinsey, was there just for a short time, didn't really enjoy it too much, and after that he started buying German small to mid-sized enterprises. And how he did that was basically, it was very similar to a PE model. And I can tell you that he made a lot of money with that. He got people to join him on his mission, right? At some point, you don't want to be the single lonely guy in a PE fund, but if you want to really build a proper PE fund, you need to get people to join you. He had this experience in McKinsey. He was at great universities in the past, so he had all the stamps on his CV that he needed, right? Got people to join him, and now he's basically operating a mid-sized PE fund at 30 is his age, so pretty impressive, and that's very commendable, right? For me personally, I would go into the VC direction more. I am a video editor and I need some freelance work. Listen, if you are good, if you cut the dopest videos, if you know your shit in terms of music and sound design, which statistically speaking, probably you don't know, because most of the video editors that we interview, they don't know their shit in terms of music and sound design. But if you can create emotions, that make the viewer's hearts beat in the rhythm of the video, then please apply. We'll pay you extremely good salary. We will have a summit, a group summit, hopefully. I want to organize that, so all the people who have worked with us for a longer time, we're all coming together in one place of this world, because we're a remote company, right? So we don't see each other that often. And you're very welcome to join the Deus Media Group family. Bist du Deutsch? Man merkt deinen Akzent. Nein, mein Freund, ich bin Russisch. Das musst du verstehen. No, I'm German, brother. I'm half German, half Polish. And but I speak English a little bit. So someone asks Skyflower, why do you not trust trading? Steve Cohen, David Tepper, Ray Dalio, Einhorn, Michael Burry, so many who did it all by trading initially. Look, the problem is that you have survivorship bias with these examples. These are the top of fund managers in the whole world. And you are right. Some of them, not all of them actually, but some of them started by trading, in the sense that they placed a bet on some stock. Some of these examples, they have been working as a caddy on a golf course, And then someone told them, buy whatever stock XYZ, it will for sure go up, and then they as teenagers placed their bet, bam, it went up. So those are the top of the top. First of all, you only see those, right? You don't see the millions of others who didn't get where these guys are. Secondly, those were different times. Like back then, it was literally very likely that you go to the golf course, you talk to some rich people. There's massive inefficiencies in the market. Nobody has heard about high frequency trading yet. And you can play some insider trading bets and you make a lot of money. Today, man, as a one single trader, you are going up against freaking monsters. You're going up against magnets, going up against freaking large companies that control billions of AUM, that employ hundreds of Goldman Sachs, Citadel, whatever ex-traders who have dedicated their life to taking all the money from you and out-trading you in every way possible. Okay? These are people that work 80 hours a week. They have done that since, they started going to Harvard or whatever. They have all kinds of finance degrees, specializations. They've worked at the best finance companies in the world. And you try to beat them. Have fun. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I say I can just repeat what I said. The amount of traders that I know, and I just, because of my network, and those are mostly finance people, so of course I have some traders in there, right? But the amount of traders that consistently beat the market and can make a full-time living off of that and really grow their network exponentially, right? We don't want to just, if we have 1 million and we're happy keeping that 1 million, maybe trading is for you, But if you have 1 million, you want to make 10 out of it, I don't know if trading is the right thing for you, man. Are you Muslim? No, even though I don't drink, I try to do as little haram as possible. I'm Christian. Hamza, long time, man. It's good to see you. Okay, brothers, let me just switch here for a second, and we need to discuss a couple of Giga University questions. Luckily, we have already covered some in this Q&A, but not all of them, okay? So, this is our little Giga University Discord. Do you have a wife, girlfriend? How to find one, LOL. I don't have a wife, but I also don't have a girlfriend. Now, you might ask, why is this the case? A Giga chat like you, absolutely adorable, handsome man, why doesn't he have a partner? It's very simple. I don't have time for that shit. At least until now, I'm extremely happy with my life. I love to work. I work all the time. Yesterday, Saturday, my day consisted of getting up in the morning, in front of the laptop, doing some deep work. Later, having a meeting with someone, networking. I was smoking a cigar. Sorry, that's haram, I know. But it was an important networking meeting. We had our laptops with us, browsed through a couple of Excels, calculations, financial projections. After that, 2 recruiting calls, hired 2 potential superstar hires for our media group. After that, evening, Saturday evening, okay? Most of you weak people go to the club, you meet a girl, go on a date, meet your boys, have some drinks. I went to the gym, god damn it. I went to the gym, did a long sauna session to naturally increase my human growth hormone, and went to bed early. That is a freaking winner routine for a Saturday. And that's what I love, okay? And that's why I don't have a girlfriend. And if you want to have a girlfriend, right? Because someone here, how to find one. And then Julian commented, I can help you in my class to acquire multiple girlfriends. That's haram again. Or is it? Depends on what you do with them. Now, how to find one. How to find a girlfriend, let me tell you from my perspective as a handsome man. It is extremely easy. For me, like for this year, I haven't been texting a lot of girls and I was not interested because I was so in work mode, building this media group, building YouTube channels from the scratch, and we have done massive progress there, you know. But in the past couple of weeks, I texted a couple of girls because, you know, I mean, you can't avoid getting to know women and girls, right? I go to a cafe, I see a nice looking girl, I just naturally talk to her, you know, I tell her something. I swipe around Tinder sometimes when you're on the toilet, you know, you see a nice girl, you check out her Instagram, you follow her, don't text her. And the past couple of weeks, I went through this backlog of girls and I texted some of them. Not a single girl ignored my message, okay? How many male specimens are there that can say the same? I can confidently say I can text any freaking girl on Instagram, okay? And she's probably going to reply. Excluding celebrities. And I don't want to have anything to do with celebrities, to be honest. Their life is too crazy. So how do you get there? The good message is, as a man, you can, like 90% of men can get there. Because it's so easy. You just need to disappear for some time, you know. If you're not the male specimen, embodiment of male peak performance that I am, of course. If you're not there yet, just disappear for a couple of months, maybe even for a couple of years, and focus on yourself, you know? If you're like a 6 out of 10, why do you, with this limited potential, want to go out there, try to find a long-term partner? Doesn't make any sense. Just retreat, go into your bat cave, make yourself from 6 out of 10, make a 9 out of 10 out of yourself, you know? Go to the freaking gym. Make sure you look good. Groom yourself. Buy a couple of cosmetic products, beauty products. Get a proper job. Build something on the side. Have passion for something that you do. 90% of male people, 90% of men can do that without any freaking problem. It just takes a bit of time and dedication and discipline. And after you have built up yourself, then you go out there with increased confidence, with something that you can offer to the other side. And then, you know, try your luck on the dating market. Don't go there if you're a fucking loser. What's your take on the whole masculinity movement? That's a bit unspecific. I don't know what that means. Which billionaire has inspired you the most? Steven Schwartzman, for sure. And also I love The Rock, although I don't think he's a billionaire yet. But, you know, the combination of both media and finance, the intersection of these two areas, that is exactly where I am operating at right now with our media group and everything I have done leading up to that. So that's very inspiring. For those interested in investment banking and consulting, is there an alternate career path that doesn't involve great academic benchmarks? Look, if you want to get into Goldman Sachs or McKinsey, you are going to have to provide some academic benchmarks. I could tell you some strange hacks or whatever, but to be honest, I don't think there is some. If you want to get to the top of the top, these companies have rules and you need to obey these rules. If you have a degree from kindergarten and you attempt to get into Goldman Sachs, sorry, it's probably not going to work out. What are your thoughts on young people talking about mental health, work-life balance, blah, blah, blah? Is that something you considered as well? I think it's an important topic. Look, I never believed in stuff like mental health, work-life balance, and so on. I can say that I have kind of changed my mind on mental health. I think there's some people that I have gotten to know, some of them good friends of mine, who have problems with their mental health, and I think it was not 100% their fault. They have been kind of weak spirits, and they have gotten caught, by something that affected their mental health. I'm not going to give any details, right? In terms of work-life balance, I think that is overrated. At least if you're in your 20s, in your 30s, what you want to do, especially as a man, I can just repeat myself, is taking yourself from a 5 out of 10, from a 6 out of 10, or maybe you're even a 7 out of 10 already, to a 9 or 10 out of 10. You want to increase your net worth. You want to have something that you're building on the side. You want to have a passion project. You want to have a great body, a great physique. And that is what you should focus on in your early life instead of just playing around. How much satisfaction can you get from going to parties and going to clubs, having drinks? I haven't been drinking for a very long time. And I must say, it happens from time to time that I go out in the evening, because I'm invited in some kind of group, and sometimes it's professional, sometimes it's private. If I go once, I've had enough for a couple of months. I don't need that. So how much satisfaction can you draw from something like that? Really, if that is your only source of satisfaction, going to freaking discos, bars, festivals, you should look for some higher levels of satisfaction, Emerging side hustles, man, put all your power into faceless YouTube documentaries. That is just still absolutely crushing it. Networking is the most important thing ever. You need to actively network. And even me, all-knowing Kevin John, I have noticed that I have, in the past couple of months, I haven't networked enough. Simply because I was so focused on building this company, right? And I was in this tunnel where every day I was just coordinating our employees, coaching them, hiring new employees, and so on, that I forgot about networking. Obviously, I am an extrovert. I meet people. I go for business coffees and so on, right? So I always have this natural deal flow of new people that I welcome into my network. But I didn't do it deliberately. And that's something I'm going to be pushing a little bit more again in the coming weeks and months. Any books, podcast recommendations? Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. Best book in the world. Please share some productivity and time management hacks. Okay, let me tell you my single biggest productivity and time management hack. It is focusing on what really matters. So many people that I know are busy with small stuff And it's extremely easy to keep yourself busy, right? You open Discord, you open Slack, you open WhatsApp. There's many messages. Everybody wants something. You can reply. You can help these people. And you make a little bit progress. But the stuff that you get done through activities like that doesn't matter in your net worth calculation. What you want to focus on is stuff that increases your network, okay? Your net worth. And so what you want to focus on is tasks that only you can do. You can't outsource them. You need to get them done yourself. You probably hate doing these tasks, but you need to do them. And those are exactly the things you want to like pack your whole schedule in a day full with these kind of tasks. You kind of need to wake up and think, fucking hell, so many shitty tasks, but nobody else can do them. And these are exactly the tasks that will help me increase my net worth in the coming weeks, months, and decades. And that is the stuff you need to focus on instead of some mindless scrolling, answering stupid questions, and keeping yourself busy with stuff that doesn't really help you in the long run. As if you see, did you ever have a why didn't I think of that moment when you came across a brilliant startup idea? Not that often, but sometimes, yes. Especially if it's things that are in your ballpark, things that, things that, are very close to your own capability set. Sometimes you see that stuff and you're like, freaking hell, should I just copy that? But then you're like, doesn't make any sense. Hi, where's the live stream? YouTube, thanks. All right. Having discussed that, let's get back to you guys. Your comments are absolute garbage. All right, so I don't know. There has been some. It seems to have been some heated discussions in the comments. I like it. Keep it up. I want to see some beef. I want to see some of you insulting me so that I can roast you in front of this whole entire live stream. So. The Dictator's Handbook by Bruce. Hey Kev, watching Billions Season 7. Look, I don't watch any series. I think that's a bit of a low performer move. I don't have any time for that. I tried, I had girlfriends in the past, right? And like women, they watch series and then you have her over, you have a nice dinner. She says, let's keep watching this series. Yes, like in these periods of my life, I had times where I watched series. Maybe cumulatively, the amount of series I've watched in my entire life are like 2 or 3, And right now, I don't watch any series. I don't have time for that. I think it's interesting, I always wanted to watch Game of Thrones or something like that, because everybody talks about it. But I just don't have any time for that. Sometimes I even make a plan. Okay, Saturday, let me start watching some freaking movie or series. In the end, I always end up sitting in front of my laptop and working. Collab with Phineas? Maybe text him, I suggest everybody who's in this live stream right now, sends a text message to Phineas and like on Instagram maybe, you know, and tell him two things. First of all, video collaboration. I think it would be extremely funny to do a documentary together on some freaking Giga chat that we haven't portrayed yet. Second thing, when does the celebrity fight happen between me and Phineas, right? Or if you want, because I'm probably heavier, I'm taller, I'm a fucking beast, and Phineas is also fine, like he really has a good physique, I saw on his Instagram, but it's difficult to compare, you know, with someone like me. So what I would suggest, in the name of fairness, is that it's going to be 1 versus 2. So Phineas can pick one more friend, one more famous YouTuber, and we're going to fight each other. I want to have MMA rules, no boxing or bullshit like that. We want to take it to the ground, and we want to see who comes out alive at the end. Okay, please suggest that to Phineas. If Phineas ever watches this, I really like the documentaries, man. Very good stuff. Like, if you watch his documentaries, you see that he does YouTube for the passion. Like, he's really a passionate YouTuber, and that's something I respect. As a man, you need to have some passion. I have sat on, you know, so many dates with girls, and they told me it's extremely sexy if you're passionate about whatever, you know. For me, it's always the passion of business. I love what I do, so whenever I meet someone, I use them as a sparring partner to discuss my business ideas, to discuss my business challenges, and so on. And I think people notice that I'm passionate about the stuff that I do, right? And people admire that. If you're not passionate about anything in your life, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting your life. That's the answer. Get a passion. Frank Thelen documentary. Never, man. The guy is just not successful enough. I'm telling you, man, Frank Thelen, I don't know how many Germans are in there. But so someone here said on the live stream I should do a Frank Thelen documentary. I will tell you here right now, in a decade, I will be Frank Thelens Vater in terms of net worth. Wirtschaftsingenieurwesen, dann technischen Vertrieb reinsmashen. Kommt echt drauf an, was du vorhast. Ja, wie gesagt, what is your next job? So, wo willst du danach hin? Und darauf basierend kannst du entscheiden, was dein next Job sein sollte. Industry on HBO. It's about London finance. Yeah, I know Industry. I mean, I haven't watched it, but I have heard about it. But again, you know, I'll probably never have time for that. Bernie Madoff, Doc. Yeah, it's a good idea. Now, we want to talk about some billion-dollar opportunities, but last, I want to take this one question: what it's like to be white in China. It's look, in cities like Shanghai, it's not that crazy anymore. I mean, like me being a tall white guy, fairly muscular, standing on a metro in the metro, because at the beginning of my time in China, I still needed to take the metro because my net worth was not high enough, right? Nowadays, I just take the metro or the public transport to connect with all the plebs once a year, you know, see their faces, kind of try to read what a normal, average net worth human being is struggling with. Apart from that, I don't take the public transport anymore, right? Now, where where was I? So when I was in the metro, that's a joke, of course, right? So when I was in the metro, of course, people were looking at you, and Chinese people are very, they don't hide these looks, right? They just stare at you. It's just a different culture. So um, that is something you get sometimes, business wise. You kind of have this, you have this. Foreigner bonus in the sense that sometimes my boss and my mentor, whom I owe a lot, like he gave me actually all the opportunities that I was able to leverage in China to increase my net worth. So when we had business meetings, sometimes he told me, you do some of the talking or you ask some of the bolder questions, Kevin, because you have the foreigner bonus. If you ask these spicy questions like, what is your budget, right? We can always say, he's a foreigner, he's just very direct. Where in Chinese culture, directness is seldomly seen. People usually communicate in a more indirect way. So yeah, summing up, I had a good time in China. So true, man. Like, you know, Don Valentine, Icon, Schwartzman, whatever, and we have Frank Thelen. And Florian Homm. Listen, Florian Homm is an interesting guy. German hedge fund manager, was a billionaire at some point. But what he did was basically haram. So, yeah, the guy did well, and I respect what he did. But in the end, he lost his net worth, and now he's selling fucking courses online. And that's what we got in terms of finance elite in Germany. It's not much better in Poland, by the way, either. In terms of finance elites and magnates, you still have all of these guys in the US and some of them in China. Yeah, Chinese girls liked me. $1 billion opportunities. I want to quickly show you guys a presentation. It's also something we have at Giga University, because I think some of you might benefit from that. Not all of you are high net worth individuals, okay? Some of you are fucking broke. And I know that because some of you are texting me and asking, what are some things I can do to earn a couple of thousand? I want to be able to afford this and that and whatever. So don't pretend, guys, like you're all millionaires. Some of you are still broke. And here's a couple of things you can do to break your brokenness. And I'm just going to go through a presentation that we also have at Giga University, where we tell people you can apply at Deus Media Group. We have different jobs, and I'll tell you what jobs I see in the creator economy that you can do very easily. Takes a couple of weeks to learn these things, and then you can earn thousands. And from these jobs, you can most of the times escalate and earn hundreds of thousands if you merge, if you transform the job you have been doing into an agency business model. So let's get started with this. Upskill yourself, become a valuable gig worker in the creator economy, and join us at DMG. So some of the jobs that we like, and I can tell you from personal hiring experience, I cannot find good people for these roles, okay? One of the jobs is storyteller or scriptwriter. The amount of content online is just going to increase, okay? More and more people are starting social media channels. More and more people are starting to tell stories, make documentaries, make little movies, and so on. And we have ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is not good enough yet. And whatever improvements we see on ChatGPT in the next couple of years, there will always need to be someone who knows how to prompt ChatGPT to get a 90% version of a great script, a great story, And then this person needs to take this script from 90 to 100%, okay? So if you are able to do that, you can make so much money, but there's just not a lot of people who are able to do that. So that's one thing. Storyteller. Next thing, video editor. Like I mean, someone here on the freaking stream said you are a video editor and you're desperately looking for a job. I believe that because we have so many video editors applying, but their video edits are shit, And it's so easy to know if your edits are shit or not if you just go through YouTube, you open the biggest channels, you look for the benchmarks in all the industries, right? Like, don't compare our channel to Mr. Beast, for example. It's like a totally different concept, But for us, like, you can compare us to Magnets Media. Look at their videos. Look at your own video. Realize what kind of shitty editing you have been doing on your video. And keep improving so that at some point you're at the level of the industry benchmark. And that's exactly the point when you can ask for thousands for your edits. You can teach other editors, have them join your company, teach them the skills, automate everything, let them work. You don't do anything, you just make millions. Easy. All right, same for short videos, although shorts, they had this massive boost, over the past couple of months. And now shorts have kind of taken a step back, but they're coming back for sure. There's going to be monetization for shorts on Instagram very soon. And all of these things are going to help boost shorts again. So if you can edit shorts well, do that, And last live stream of I think it was last live stream, yeah. I've been talking about the video editing agency business model. That is something that works very well if you know the basics of video editing. Then you can build a video editing agency. Don't build a fucking social media marketing agency, man. Iman Ghazi is talking shit. Nobody is going to make money from social media marketing agencies except for the guy who's selling courses on how to build a social media marketing agency, okay? So now is the time to build different agencies. It has been cool to do drop shipping, social media marketing, and affiliate bullshit 10 years ago, right? That's when you made money with that. Now you make money with different things. You can build a video editing agency. You can build a social media channel conglomerate, right? Like we do with YouTube channels, and you can do many other things. But please don't start building fucking social media marketing agencies, okay? Thumbnail designer, next thing you can do. That is something, humbly, if you want to earn a couple of thousands. That's nothing, most probably, that will make you a freaking billionaire. But learning how to do thumbnail designs is easy. And we have this thing called Midjourney. I hope a lot of you have heard about that, right? Where you can just type something in like, please create a picture of a extremely muscular, intelligent, handsome Giga chat that attracts the attention of a lot of females, and then it will magically generate a picture of me, for example. So these kind of tools are tools that you can integrate into your workflow that old thumbnail designers, who have been doing this stuff for 5 years, 10 years, they don't have that in their workflow yet. You can do that from scratch. You can charge pretty reasonable prices. So here, for example, these guys, Jay Alto, for example, shout out. This guy has been giving us a couple of workshops at Deus Media Group to kind of upskill our employees. They are charging $200 or more per pop. This guy, for example, $500 per thumbnail. So you see, you do a thumbnail, like how long does that take? A couple of hours, and you charge $500. That's not bad. So I also already said that, right? AI offers a whole lot of opportunities there. So yeah, for everyone watching that, if you right now don't have anything to do to make money, if you still have time, right? If you are at school, or you're a student, or you just have some boring fucking ass job and you work there 35, 40 hours a week. Why not do one of these things? Upskill yourself. Probably takes 1 or 2 months if you're dedicated. Do a couple of projects for free, maybe even. And then apply, for example, at companies like ours. We will be extremely happy to work with you, pay you a very fair compensation, and maybe you can build something bigger out of that further down the road, right? Let me full screen my beautiful face again and see what you guys have been writing here. I want to know, what are your thoughts? What are some areas where you see potential? I see, in terms of billion-dollar opportunities, right? Because now we have been talking about how to make the first step in the creator economy. But I think billion-dollar opportunity, 100%, the intersection of finance and media, the intersection of finance and creator economy. That's where so much money can be made. You see that big creators like Mr. Beast are already working with big ass finance companies that are buying his old video catalogs and giving him forward financing to finance his projects. This kind of stuff there's going to be more and more of. There's going to be creators raising funds, creators putting products and companies on the market with billion-dollar valuations, and you don't need to be a creator yourself to benefit from these billion-dollar opportunities, right? You can be the creator. You can be the facilitator, and that most of the times has some kind of business angle. Or you can be a finance Chad. Okay? Because this guy knows nothing about finance. This guy knows how to make money off of this person, maybe build like a cool Mr. Beast Feastable brand or whatever. But this guy, most of the times, also doesn't have any idea about finance. This guy is the finance Chad, so he knows how to do finance, and he actually provides the financing for this guy and this guy. And for the financing, of course, he profits, so he makes money off of these people, right? So that's how the money flows. What are your thoughts? What are some other big opportunities? Where can we make money? I want to make more money. I need millions. More money. Medizintechnik, what the fuck? Not sure, man. How's that going to make billions? Please explain. I'm going to start my YouTube channel 1st of October. Why don't you start it now, man? If you're good, get in touch. Literally go to deusmediagroup.com and why can't I write something here in the fucking chat? Okay, it doesn't work for some reason. We're having technical difficulties. Aha! Okay, so what I wanted to say is, please, if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or let's say you have a YouTube channel already and it's going shit, right? It's not going well. Get in touch via deusmediagroup.com. Send us an email, explain where you are at, and let's think about how we can work together. Maybe we can finance your production cost. You just focus on, let's say, ideating great video ideas, writing great scripts. We do the production, and we put some share in place. Maybe there's other options. Maybe you join us and help with whatever you're good at, script writing, video editing. Not for this channel, but for some of the other channels that that are in our portfolio. Hi Kevin, what's your opinion of doing business and opportunities in United Emirates and Dubai? The ship has sailed. The big opportunities, the big billions have been generated a couple of years ago. So the guys that I know that literally made billions, that has been 10 years ago, 8 years ago. So back then, there was a lot of flexibility in the market. Same as in China, let's say 15, 20 years ago. That's where you made the money. Now, everybody knows about Dubai. Every fucking influencer is sitting in Dubai and doing some haram business, trying to, benefit through all kinds of different schemes that I don't want to elaborate on this live stream. You're not the only one thinking about opportunities in Dubai. So, does that mean you shouldn't go to Dubai and don't do business there? Of course not. I mean, you could, same as you could still go to China now or to Vietnam or even the US. There's pros and cons about all of these countries. But it's not like Dubai is this new thing that we just discovered and now is the time to ride the money and the net worth wave of Dubai. That was 10 years ago. Bro, I'm currently residing in Warsaw. Warsaw is the shit. Literally, like, it doesn't make any sense to live in Germany. Okay? You pay half of your net worth, like half of your income you pay to the government. The government does a shit job with almost everything that they do. Tell me some things that you are proud of as a German that are working well in Germany. I'll be waiting. And statistics, like they have done this statistic a couple of weeks ago. Germans have nothing that they are proud of with their country, It's not like they are saying, these things work extremely well and I'm very happy to pay 50% of my income so that these things keep working well. But most people are like, fucking hell, man, this country is going down. You have a lot of this wokeness in Germany, because people are saturated. They are anti-capitalist. They don't know what they have, they don't value that. And as soon as you start looking east, these things look much better. In Poland, people actually know how shitty communism is. If you tell these people, communism, actually it was never really tried. And if you would try it with the right parameters, communism might work much better than capitalism. They will throw a vodka bottle at you because they're like, fucking hell, man, we had tried this stuff and it doesn't work. We had the most miserable years of our lives. We love capitalism. We love money. We love opportunity. And that's what I feel when I go east from Germany. If I go to Poland, you can also go to other countries, but I'm in Poland. I love it here. Women are women. They're extremely feminine. Men are men. Taxes are lower. Stuff is more modern. Things are digitalized. If you want to have something from some department, from some organization, you do it online. You don't need to sit in some freaking Bürgerhaus, Rathaus in Berlin and waste your time. You have refugees here, but they are all from Ukraine. So it's like That's the same culture. Ukrainians and Polish people, we are so similar. These are our brothers. We love for them to come into our countries and to, they adapt. I'm a customer of a lot of Ukrainians. I like, for example, if I go to the cleaning shop, where they clean my shirts and my suits. This one is owned by a Ukrainian, and there's a lot of other examples. These people have integrated into the society extremely well, which you can't say about the things that are going on in Germany. So I'm very bearish on Germany, very bearish. I love, I'm a German, right? So I love my German friends, my family. I have a lot of emotional attachment, right? Also where I grew up. But in terms of the economy, in terms of building a career in Germany, why should anyone be in Germany, man? Switzerland is good. Switzerland for me was option 2. But Switzerland is also fucking boring, So there's not a lot happening. If you go to Zurich and so on, I know friends who are in Zurich and they say, it's nice. It's a nice, quiet life, but it's quite boring, Plus, something to consider if you want to start a company and maybe at the beginning you are a little bit cash strapped. Zurich or Switzerland is expensive. So hiring people there, getting your office, all of that is going to be 2 times, 3 times, 4 times as expensive as if you do it somewhere else. And then you might as well go to the US because at least there you have something that none of the other countries, no other country in the whole world has, which is an extremely capable venture capital market. So you actually get financing for whatever crazy ideas you have, as opposed to the rest of the world where that's not necessarily the case. Will dollar fall? On a long-term basis, I think so, yes. On a long-term basis, I'm bearish. Can't read that aloud, man. This chat is going wild. UAE has great tax laws. 100% I agree. I mean, they are extremely intelligent, right? A country is like a company. And if you are the USA, you're like Goldman Sachs or Blackstone. Everybody wants to go there, right? But if you are the UAE or you are Poland or you're some other country, you're like Jefferson Anderson's accounting firm. Nobody wants to go there. So what you need to do is pay higher salary, which for a country is lower the taxes and create some other kind of incentives to get these high potential employees, high potential residents for a country into your country. And they are doing that extremely intelligently. A lot of great talent is going to the UAE, Dubai, and so on, because taxes are low, lifestyle is nice, there are opportunities there business-wise. Yeah. Julian is agreeing that Poland is better than Germany. Not in all aspects, right? But like I just feel very well here, I must say. Some of you guys added some questions here on YouTube from the community tab. What do you predict is going to happen with the economy, financial markets in the near future? I think markets are going to go down. Hopefully end of beginning of next year. And do I know or not? I no, of course I don't, right? But that's what I think and that's what I hope, because it would probably be very healthy for the whole system. Nice to see you in Warsaw. Thank you, brother. Someone recently recognized me in Warsaw and said hello. It was very pleasant. Although I wouldn't want to have these kind of interactions more often. I think that sucks, if you walk around and every fucking person on the street recognizes you and wants to take pictures. What's the point? It feels nice maybe for some time, right? But not for a long time. What do you think about working for a family office? We already discussed that. What are your goals after turning 30? Goal after turning 30. Look, I'm in a very nice position right now that I have. If I stop working, I can probably survive until the end of my years. I have a reasonable net worth. I have definitely an above average net worth if you compare me to other people. Not only in general, because that's extremely easy, but also people who started with me, who studied at the same university, who kind of went the same traditional career path in the first couple of years, and then I did my stuff, they did their stuff. I did quite well there. So right now for me the situation is I have built a nice foundation, and now I need to put all of my power into one thing that I believe in that will make me a fucking billionaire. And at some point, at this point where I'm at right now, it doesn't make sense to focus on 3, 4, 5 things. You need to put all of your effort into one thing, right? And for me right now, that's growing a media company that's going quite well. Is it going to make me a billionaire? Yes or no? I don't know, right? But it's going very well so far. And it's been only 7, 8 months. All right? That's why I focus all of my effort right now. And if once you get to that point, right, where you have a couple of millions, you have financial security, you don't need to worry about your next job, or that, your income streams will kind of stop producing income in the next couple of months. Once you get to that point, you need to focus. Get rid of everything that's a distraction. Take some time. Last year, I've been traveling around a lot. I've been doing angel investing, yes, but I have also deliberately decided to travel around a bit. Think about what's my big next step. So once you get to that point, think about your big next step and focus all your effort on this big next step. What are your different sources of income? I've talked about this quite a bit in past live streams. Yeah, the more interesting question is what were my sources of income in the past. So that's something you can see in one of the videos that I did on the YouTube channel. It's literally called All of My Income or something like that. So you can look that up there. Right now, I'm kind of like I'm losing money every month, because I'm investing in our media company. I haven't taken up external funding. So I kind of right now I maintain all control, but that also means I need to invest money into this every month. And that is a lot of money. I'm losing money every month, but I love it. I have a hip hop experimental instrumentals channel. I am based in Miami. If you want, you can get in touch with us and we can take a look at the channel. If there's potential, maybe we can strike some kind of deal. This one we also talked about. Why have you moved back to Europe? Good question. Essentially, I was financially and career-wise successful in China after a couple of years, and I noticed that it was getting harder to keep going. Um, and so that was the first reason where I thought, okay, like I can I can be here, I can live a comfortable life, I can make more money, but it's not going to be as much as I did in the past. And it was also getting uncomfortable COVID wise. So we had a very easy life for most of the time in China with COVID because just the whole country was locked up, right? You couldn't go out of the country. But at the end, they started opening up the country, and that also meant that they had like more of these waves where a lot of people got sick. And I said, I don't want to risk being quarantined again for fucking 2 months, locked up in my room. So that's also a good reason to go out. Plus, the third reason is I saw a lot of opportunities outside of China. So if you have the choice, China, because you're essentially locked up due to this whole COVID thing, or rest of the world, for me the choice was very obvious. I'm opting for the rest of the world. Now, I'm still maintaining business relationships. I'm still maintaining personal relationships with China. I have a lot of very good friends over there, and I love the country. It's been a nice ride. I have a lot to thank for to China and to the people that took me on there, that trusted me, and it's always going to remain like that. Brothers and sisters, that's the story of my life. What else should I tell you? Wie oft war junger High-Performer Kevin im TIFF? Auf jeden Fall nach jeder Klausurenphase, ne? Aber sonst nicht so oft. Ich war nicht so der... Ich habe nie viel getrunken oder so. Immer viel Training, Side-Projects. Geld ist das Wichtigste im Leben. Some more questions, brothers and sisters. What kind of synthwave does Kevin use in his videos? I have no idea. Need to ask our editing team. Yeah. What we still need to do is give away two Giga University spots. But until then, we can still take a couple of questions. Yo, brother, it's been a while. What are your thoughts on generating video through text using software like Runway? First of all, greetings to Miami, my man. It's good to see you here in this chat. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I love Runway. So far, we're not using it in our processes yet. So our editors have not started using Runway actively yet. I think the software is not there yet, but it's getting there very quickly. I think it's still going to take a lot of time until you are able to produce documentaries, videos of the caliber that we produce with softwares like Runway. And once you're able to do that, it's still going to be a pain in the ass, putting all the proper prompts in. It might still be easier to just use a fucking video editing software. But we definitely, Mid-Journey, for example, we use a lot in our processes. A lot of our editors use that, and it really helps make the B-roll pop, get some proper B-roll in there. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, definitely get in touch, right? I said that earlier. if you are either thinking about starting a YouTube channel or you have already started one and it's kind of going slow, we're always interested in doing joint ventures. So for example, we could finance your production cost if we see big potential, right? If we see good potential and we see like a way where we can enhance this partnership, we might finance the production cost. You're in charge of ideation or script writing or whatever. And we get into a joint venture agreement. Okay, and what are your thoughts on starting a YouTube channel to sell physical products? Look, just a couple of days ago, I had a call with a YouTube consultant, and he is in the business of doing just that. He's literally starting YouTube channels for customers, and his customers are big as corporations that are selling physical goods, and he's starting YouTube channels for them, and it's mostly an SEO game. So he makes sure these videos get ranked. These channels don't get millions of subscribers, right? They get a couple of thousands, but it's enough because it's usually a niche product, and so it helps create a sales uplift. Is the US investing money in Poland? I mean, one I would say nice success story is the story of Snowflake. One of the biggest, one of the most successful startups, I would say, tech startups of our decade, in terms of valuation. And one of the founders is Polish, actually. And so you have nice little coincidences like this. This guy now came back to Poland, and what he wants to do with his $1 billion net worth is to try to push the Polish venture capital system, you know? And you need these kind of heroes. You need guys who made a lot of money, and then they decide to foster the local startup and venture capital ecosystem, because someone needs to be there with money. And then once someone starts investing that money, other guys, other big players, they get into the market. They also want to invest money. And that's how a venture capital market grows. And that's how you get your ideas, your crazy ideas financed. It's exactly how it works, man. I am working in family-owned company in audio business. Father also big on real estate. Would you focus more on the company or the real estate portfolio and growing it to bigger numbers? This is a very difficult question to answer because there is literally so many parameters. We would literally need to have a 1-hour personal conversation where I ask you 20 questions, and then we can get closer to an answer. But this is something I don't want to take the risk of answering because you just gave me very limited parameters to work with. David, I know from business. I've never studied with him. Baulix, I think they are doing well. Like there is value in their offering. What you did in China, I built up a corporate innovation department with a startup accelerator department. What to study for the creator economy? Medienwirtschaft. Bro, don't study anything for the creator economy. Creator economy is literally just doing, okay? There are study subjects that you could get into now, and they promise that, you know, you will know more about the creator economy and bullshit like that. Don't do that. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of money. All the information is available online. There's no industry out there that has lower entry hurdles than the creator economy. If a fucking 14-year-old kid can build a TikTok account with millions of followers, you are not going to tell me that you need a university degree to learn the creator economy, right? You can Google that. Okay, now what I want to do is we can do some more questions, but I want to do this Giga University giveaway. Again, Giga University is where I spend a lot of my time. Right now, it's a shit business model because it's absolutely not scalable. Like, I need to spend a lot of time there answering questions. We have all these one-on-one mentoring threads, so people ask me questions every fucking day. And most of the times I send voice messages because that's a bit more efficient for me. Sometimes I write up texts and so on. It's not scalable right now. We will change this, okay? This will not stay like this forever. But right now it's like that. And I think people are getting their value out of it in the sense that we are helping people to build something on the side or build online income in some form. I would say 90% of people who join Giga University, because we have a lot of courses. Let me just open the website for a second so that so I can show you the courses, and then I'll tell you what is the course that most people actually go for, and it's not really going to surprise you a lot, right? So that's the website. By the way, here you can get a free mentorship session and the courses. So we have SEO by ChatGPT, right? How to do great SEO, how to do copywriting, how to become a video editor or build a video editing agency, thumbnail designer, long-term investing, sales, faceless YouTube channels. Then we have advanced courses, private equity with SaaS, YouTube sponsorships, how to build a newsletter, micro private equity, so buying and building and selling websites, how to build an angel investor syndicate. And then we have a couple of more advanced or expert courses, angel investing, M&A, fundraising, conglomerates, PE. Now, by far the most the most preferred course is fucking Faceless. The thing about our Faceless YouTube course is that it's not your typical Faceless YouTube course. Actually, I don't believe in Faceless YouTube channels. I believe if now there are a couple of people out there who are selling courses on how to build faceless YouTube channels. I think if now you build a couple of faceless YouTube channels, in 3 years you'll be broke. Because in 3 years, these faceless YouTube channels will be outcompeted by beasts, by silverback gorillas like me. We take faceless YouTube channel concepts and we take it to a whole nother level, okay, in terms of quality. And we have a couple of tricks which I'm not going to talk about right now, because that is something for the course. But so that's actually the most most preferred course. And in this course, actually, we don't talk about how to build a typical faceless YouTube channel, but we talk about how to take this to the next level, and how we call that is YouTube conglomerates. Basically you build a YouTube empire, and an empire always starts with your first house, with the first castle, right? And that's your first channel. But we give you the blueprint on how to build multiple channels. So long story short, that is the most favorite, most preferred course. I'm thinking about doing a deep dive on that and doing something deeper. Of course, if you're a Giga University member, you will get access to that whenever I access for free whenever I release a deep dive on how to build YouTube channel conglomerates. Apart from that, there's a lot of one-on-one coaching, as I said. So it's not scalable at all right now. There's also other professors. We have 4 professors that are extremely active. One of them is a copywriting genius. Fucking genius when it comes to copywriting. We also have others. Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Now what we do is typically the price is $490 for 1 year. We'll give a 50% discount and we'll make it lifetime, okay? So it's not a 1-year membership, but you get it lifetime access to Kevin, John, and all the other professors, lifetime access to probably the most ambitious community on the web. And this journey is not at its end yet. So in fact, I think with Giga University, we're right at the beginning. There are so many things I want to improve about this community. Right now, because I don't do Giga University full time, there's no time. But every week we have little things that we discuss in our Jour Fix on how to improve the community. And this is the beginning of the journey. The end goal is literally to have a institution that is the place for people to achieve their megalomaniac income ambitions, okay? And that's why I literally think we need to build the most ambitious community on the web. So that's all of that. Lifetime 50%. What you need to do is you will text Giga Yuni on Instagram. Just send them a random text message. Say hi, say what's up, say pancake, and from all of these messages that we will receive, we will select 2 people. So our Giga University staff will do that within the next couple of minutes. And then you get a 50% discount, first of all. And secondly, you can stay for a lifetime. And I'll chat with you one-on-one. Looking forward to seeing you. Now, let's hear some more questions and then let's call it a day, huh? I want a hybrid channel. That's also something we teach. Hybrid channel is even going to be easier than building a normal faceless channel. So if you have a good idea or if you have started, you can get in touch. What are the requirements for the giveaway? Literally no requirements. You just need to be someone who's not a member of Giga University yet. Just text us on Instagram at Giga Uni. Text us anything and we will randomly select some people. I know Simplicissimus, yeah. I am part of Funk with another project and I don't think it makes sense for Deus Media Group to work with Funk. Hi Pancake, yeah, but you need to text that, not in this chat, but text it on Instagram, okay? Instagram at Giga Uni. Okay. Thank you, Alles No Marketing. I appreciate it, man. Let's be in touch. I see you're also building something in the social media space, so it's always good to be in touch. More questions. I need to turn on the AC, but I don't. The AC remote control is not in my direct proximity, so that is a bit of an issue for me. By the way, is anyone into UFC? What do you think? Tyson Fury versus John Jones. Who would win? Who would win? I think there's not even any discussion, man. John Jones would he would disassemble Tyson Fury. I don't know why people are having discussions about that. Um, I saw this one short where Tyson Fury is getting mad at Joe Rogan because Joe Rogan suggested the same thing, right? Like John Jones absolutely smokes Fury, and then Fury was getting mad, and he called he called Joe Rogan bald headed. The guy's bald. What's going on, man? Such a funny insult. Um, yeah, man. I see everybody here is agreeing, man. I don't even know why there's a discussion about that. Can you fight? Yeah, I've been fighting Muay Thai for a very long time. Muay Thai is my game. Now, I started wrestling like a year ago because I just enjoy it. And I think long term, I'm not a professional fighter or something. I don't make any money with that. I enjoy it a lot. But if you're in a situation like me and your main thing is business and finance and so on, you want to think about your health too, right? And I think Muay Thai is nice. I love it. I love to spar. In fact, that's the only thing I do. I don't go to normal trainings anymore because I don't benefit from it unless it's it's a very good trainer. And there's just very few I know in this world on the globe who I consider very good trainers. The ones that I know, they are fucking beasts. You can learn so much from them. So long story short, I think wrestling is healthier from a long-term perspective. Now that you get into your 30s and beyond, wrestling I think is something you can do in your 50s. You can throw each other around. And Muay Thai, if you get hit in your head, that's what happens every sparring session, right? For 30 years, I'm not sure this is the best thing. Have you been to Thailand for it? Yeah, I've been to Thailand. I've been to some of these Muay Thai camps, but to be honest, the quality of training is quite low in Thailand in these Muay Thai camps. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's nice if you're just starting out. And then there's a few, like the Venom training camp, which has very good trainers, I think. But most of these camps, training quality is low. So if you're like an advanced fighter, I don't think you take a lot of benefits from that. I don't know, man. What's king of the streets? I'm already king of the streets. When I walk on Warsaw, people bow down because they see my impressive physique. At the same time, they see that I am intelligent. You know, it's quite obvious. When you look into my eyes, you see that glimmer of intelligence. People bow down. I'm the king of the streets already. But if you're saying there can be multiple king of the streets, maybe I need to fight in this king of the streets thing. I don't know what it is though. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu I think is also nice, but for me I prefer wrestling because it's more like there's more throwing. It's more about this like position control, you know, being on top, being dominant, and it's less strategically technical, you know, all these different, you know, plus the takedowns. I love that, and that's something every BJJ guy lacks. Danke, Bruder. Ich war schon immer bescheiden. Nicht so ein Angeber, Alter. Okay, let's see. So he said king of the streets, right? Unarmed, no rules fight. The fuck? Okay, let's see what we have here. Tomczak from Poland. Wait, let me see the stats again. 78, 78, 181, 30, 32. Okay, they don't give us a lot of stats. Polish guy is a bit smaller. I mean, of course, I would out-angle both of these guys with ease. Although my tattoo game is not on their level. But I don't like tattoos personally. Okay, guy comes in confidently, jumps around. This is brutal, man. Like, no fucking... what were the rules? Basically no rules, right? Unarmed, no rules fight. Win by KO or submission only. No rounds or time limit. Boy, that's brutal, man. Bump! I see they're wearing shoes. Bam! Brutal knee. We hear some Polish commentary. Aha, see, I mean, those are all interesting face grabs and face smashing that you would not have in the UFC. But I like it. Dawaj, dawaj. Polish guys in the background. Who do you guys bet on? Who hasn't seen it yet? But this is a short match, right? Holy shit! Replay that. For fuck's sake, man. Guys, out. Oosh. That was nice. I loved that knee at the beginning. That probably hurt. What's going on here? Having technical difficulties? No. Let me see that again, man. Yeah, that's brutal, man. Bam! Fucking hell, man. That's the worst feeling, you know? You just wake up and essentially you have no idea what happened, right? You've just been knocked out. Yeah, so interesting. Thank you for that, for this suggestion. Is India good for angel investing and stock investing? Let me give you a little secret here, okay? I know a lot of you are doing very conservative type of ETF investing style. And one thing that a lot of these investment gurus always suggest is that you invest 60 or 70% in the MSCI world and around 30 or 40% depending on your risk preference in the emerging markets ETF index. Now, I would completely get rid of the emerging markets index and put all of my money into the Nifty 50 because I'm very bullish on India in the long run. This is, of course, money that you don't need for the next 20 years, right? Don't even think about putting money in there that you will want to withdraw within the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. No, this is money that's in there. It's locked up. You want to have it as a security buffer when you retire, you know, so that you have some kind of security buffer to fall back on. If that's how you think about this money, Nifty 50. Okay, I think, brothers and sisters, one more thing that I would like you to, you to extend this opportunity to you, as I said, is the Giga University giveaway. If you want to get a 50% discount and you want to get lifetime access to Giga University with such courses as the Faceless YouTube channel course, how to build YouTube conglomerates, how to build multiple channels, you know, and then per channel you can, within a couple of months, I would say you can get a channel to generate around 5,000 in AdSense revenue, stuff like that. But we also have copywriting courses. You get one-on-one coaching. I spend a lot of time every day there in the personal mentorship threads, coaching people, helping them with their questions. Most ambitious community online. Then here again, I said that already 10 minutes ago. Here's the giveaway. Send us a message, any message, just say hi, at Giga Yuni, Instagram, Giga_Yuni. Send us a message and our staff will select 2 people who get a 50% discount and they get this access for the lifetime. That's it. I'm out. We have been online for a long time, brothers and sisters. The few sisters among us. Maybe there's not a single sister among us. I don't even know. In terms of gender equality, that is a absolute disaster. In terms of gender equality, our whole MegaloMedia channel is an absolute disaster. We're 95% male. This is a male castle, a male empire. Okay? I would be very happy for more female viewers, but they're just not coming. So, I will not do these kind of live streams every day, for fuck's sake. I don't have time for that. Even though it's fun. Like, for me, this is genuinely fun. I love interacting with you guys. So, I'm grateful for all the comments. Everybody who was active on the chat. It's very cool to chat with all of you guys. Now I'll do a bit more work and then off to bed. See you, brothers and sisters. Bye bye.